is no stranger to the LGBT community. He has stood by us, he has fought for us since he took office in 2014, and he's been a champion for LGBT rights across this city and across this country, Mayor Bill de Blasio. I know sometimes some of us who work in government or politics, we might think that everyone knows what's going on, and sometimes we don't do enough to let you know what is happening downtown. But if you didn't know, Mayor de Blasio created the first ever Commission on Gender Equity. That is to leverage the power of city government to expand and increase the opportunity for all New Yorkers in every borough, regardless of their sex, gender, or sexual orientation. The city continues to lead the nation of protecting transgender and gender nonconforming people. Earlier this month, NYC became the first municipality to launch a campaign specifically to say, use the bathroom that you want to use. Don't be forced to use a bathroom that you don't feel comfortable using. How simple is that? He also helped with the help of Public Advocate Tish James and Speaker Melissa Mark Viverito and our openly gay Councilmember Carlos Menchaca to launch ID NYC, which gives everybody the opportunity to have an identification. In addition, and something I'm very proud of, he increased shelter beds for our city's homeless. And that is something we need to continue to fight for and continue to grow. So please join me in welcoming our friend, Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Thank you so much, Unit. I want to thank everyone who's here. There are thousands of people in this direction. There's thousands of people in this direction back here. All in solidarity, all in common cause. And when thousands of people come together in love, in support, it is a renunciation of hatred. It is a way of overcoming pain. For centuries, this city has done something that so few places in the world have done. We have been a place where you could be from anywhere. You could have any faith. You could love anyone. And this could be a place for you. And we have more work to do in this city. But we believe in something. And it marks us as a beacon to the world. We believe that inclusion and tolerance and love and understanding are the way forward for this earth. And we show it every day in New York City. And that is why I say to Latino New Yorkers, we stand with you and we will protect you. That is why I say to LGBT New Yorkers, we stand with you and we will protect you. And that is why I say to Muslim New Yorkers, we stand with you and we will protect you. Because we are all New Yorkers, we are all Americans, and yes, we are Orlando. This killer, this terrorist wanted us to stand away from our values, to move away from what we hold dear. This killer wanted to separate us from each other, to sow dissension, to make us move apart from one another. We need to, in this moment, move toward each other. We need to show that the answer to that hatred is greater love and inclusion. And we have an opportunity, and I say this to people all over the United States tonight. Come to New York for the Pride Parade. Come join us. Come join us in solidarity with people all over this country. It will be safe, and we will protect each other. And we will send a message to this nation and this world of what our society should look like. That's what that parade will say to us all. And finally, a message to the United States Congress. When we each take the oath of office, we are charged with protecting the safety of all those we serve. Unless our Congress passes sensible gun safety legislation, they are not living up to their oath of office. A few words in Spanish, and then I want you to hear from my dear colleagues. 49 inocentes han muerto ayer en un acto de odio y terror en Orlando. Sin embargo, aunque perdimos tanto en esta tragedia, aún tenemos algo valioso que nadie nos puede quitar. Nuestro compromiso de ayudar al prójimo y nuestros valores de inclusión y tolerancia. Gay, latinos o musulmanes, todos somos neoyorquinos. Todos somos americanos. Y todos somos Orlando. Now I want to introduce someone who has devoted her life to spreading love and tolerance and to defeating the stigmas that afflict us all, our First Lady, Shirlane McRae.
Good evening, New York. Good evening, family. Thank you all for standing in solidarity with Orlando. Less than a year ago, many of us marched past this very spot as loud and as proud as we've ever been. Gay marriage was finally legal in all 50 states. Love had won a resounding victory. And the movement that began in part right here had changed the world forever and for the better. Now, that day seems very far away right now, because today our thoughts are with Orlando and everyone who lost their lives at Pulse, yet another LGBTQ haven that will enter the history books as a site of terrible, terrible violence. The killer alone bears the ultimate responsibility for his heinous act. But make no mistake about it, Omar Mateen had many enablers. He was enabled by a gun industry that values profits more than people. Who are beholden to their blood-stained dollars. He was enabled by terrorists who claim to represent a noble religion, when in fact they are nothing but hateful nihilists. And while we will never know for certain exactly what he was thinking, it is possible that Omar Mateen was enabled by a society that too often ignores mental illness until it's far too late. In honor of those we have lost, we must channel our anger at the killer and his enablers into action. We must show the gun-beholden lawmakers that they have two options. Get on the right side of history or get pushed aside. of 2016. And on June 26th, when we march past Stonewall, we must again raise our voices loud and clear. We must hold our friends and allies tighter and closer than ever. And we must dance with a righteous joy, because this movement was founded on love, and we will not stop dancing. We will not stop demonstrating. We will not stop demanding change until everyone and every love is safe.
And a man who has devoted his life to keeping us safe and is making New York City safer, our police commissioner, Bill Bratton.
Good evening. Good evening. In this very special place, at this very special time, we come together to celebrate what we are. Diversity. As Robert Kennedy told a crowd in Indianapolis nearly 50 years ago, just hours after the assassination of Martin Luther King, what we need in the United States is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but love and wisdom and compassion toward one another, and a feeling of justice toward those who still suffer within our country. People can be killed for what they stand for, their values, their convictions, and their principles cannot. So as we reflect on the lives so senselessly and violently ended, we ask ourselves where we go from here. We remain vigilant against every threat at home and abroad. We make the effort, as RFK pleaded, understand each other. And as we go into this very special month for this community, the commitment of your NYPD will be to keep you safe, to police that parade with you, to march in that parade with you, to celebrate you because you are New York. You are the diversity that makes us so strong. Thank you.
Let me say that one more time, because every victim who lost their life early yesterday morning deserves to be mourned, not only today, but every day, every week, every month, until we are a country that has no more hate, until we are a country that not one more LGBT person is attacked or killed. So let me say that one more time. Gerald Arthur Wright, a 34-year-old man who lost his life to senseless violence yesterday in Orlando. We are going to say every victim's name, and I urge you to keep your lights up. Keep your lights up all the way to 7th Avenue, and please hold your applause till the end. We want to remember the victims. Thank you.
Edward Sotomayor Jr., 34 years old. Rodolfo Ayala, 33 years old.
"40 years ago, I created a project called Free to Be You and Me, and I'm so saddened to see that we still are not free to be you and me." Luis Omar Ocasio-Capo, 20 years old. Yulmarie Rodriguez Sullivan, 24 years old.
Stanley Almodovar III, 23 years old. Brenda Lee Marquez McCool, 49 years old.
Juan Ramon Guerrero, 22 years old. Christopher Andrew Leinonen, 32 years old. Eric Ivan Ortiz Rivera, 36 years old. Angel Candelario Padro, 28 years old.
Peter O. Gonzalez Cruz, 22 years old. Frank Hernandez, 27 years old.
Paul Terrell Henry, 41 years old. Luis S. Vielma, 22 years old.
Kimberly Morris, 37 years old. Antonio Davon Brown, 29 years old.
Eddie Jamaldre Justice, 30 years old. Christopher Joseph Sanfeliz, 24 years old.
Akira Monet Murray, 18 years old. Daryl Roman Burt II, 29 years old.
Dianca Deidre Drayton, 32 years old.
Alejandro Barrios Martinez, 21 years old.
Anthony Luis Laureano Disla, 25 years old.
Jean Carlos Mendez Perez, 35 years old.
Frankie Jimmy Velasquez, 50 years old.
Amanda Alviar, 25 years old.
Martin Benitez Torres, 33 years old.
Luis Daniel Wilson Leon, 37 years old.
Mercedes Marisol Flores, 26 years old.
Javier Emmanuel Serrano Rosato, 35 years old.
Gilberto Ramon Silva Menendez, 25 years old.
Simon Adrian Carrillo Fernandez, 31 years old.
Oscar A. Aracena Montero, 26 years old.
Enrique L. Rios Jr., 25 years old.
Miguel Angel Honorato, 30 years old. Presente.
Javier Jorge Reyes,
40 years old.
Joel Rayon Paniagua, 32 years old.
Jason Benjamin Josephat, 19 years old.
Corey James Connell, 21 years old.
Juan P. Rivera Velasquez, 37 years old.
Luis Daniel Conde, 39 years old.
Shane Evan Tomlinson, 33 years old.
Juan Chavez Martinez, 25 years old, presente.
Leroy Valentin Fernandez, 25 years old.
Presente! Tevin Eugene Crosby, 25 years old.
Jonathan Antonio Camuy Vega, 24 years old.
Jean C. Nieves Rodriguez, 27 years old.
The 49th victim from yesterday's terrorist attack in Orlando against our community is still unknown. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime against our community, and now more than ever, we need to continue to stand together. Hold up your lights. Show the world we are standing together in New York City, and we are sending a message that we will not accept hate anymore. We will not accept inequality anymore. We will not accept anyone treating us less than anymore. And the only thing we accept is being treated with respect and having full equality in all 50 states. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. You look beautiful, and we can't wait to work with you and march in the largest pride parade New York City has ever seen.